Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, platinum miner Anooraq posts a profit thanks to cost-cutting measures. Wescoal targets a R1 billion market cap as it moves to the JSE's main board. And Canadian Liberal MP John McKay, who tabled the contentious Bill C-300, addresses a gathering of the Canadian Institute of Mining, Metallurgy and Petroleum. Significant cost-cutting initiatives by platinum junior Anooraq Resources have enabled the company to move into positive cash flow territory after successive quarters of running at a cash loss.
Difficult things in South Africa is to do labour restructurings. So since the 1st of July that we took over there, it became important for us to restructure this mine for optimum profitability. So the gist of the labour restructuring was not a reduction of people, but really a movement of people from services to production areas.
Now that junior miner Wescoal has moved its listing from the Altex, where it learned many lessons, to the main board of the JSE, it has set itself a target to grow its market capitalization to R1 billion.
Private entrepreneurial businesses don't really focus on corporate governance. Once you list in the public environment, the major lesson you learn is corporate governance. I know some listed entities don't adhere to it, but we learned a huge lesson there. Secondly is reporting to a public domain. When you're private enterprise, you aren't driven by outside forces to achieve more and more. In the public domain, if you don't continually achieve, you have a problem. And the third thing is how to raise capital. If we'd gone straight onto the main board, which we qualified at the time, I think we would have had a problem, because you have to learn the ropes in things. How do you raise capital? How do you deal with the media? How do you report to the public? And we've learned all of that at the Altex.
Canada's mining companies and their representatives have outspokenly opposed Bill C-300, which will give the government authority to investigate complaints against resources companies operating abroad and withhold public money from offenders.
Canada is the center of world mining. It has the best technology, it has the biggest companies, it has the most expertise, and it has the most favorable conditions. C-300 won't change any of that. Those facts will remain whether or not C-300 receives royal assent.
There was also no effort to consult with the stakeholders and people who really knew about this stuff. And you have to ask the question, why not? The opportunity was there, and just to coin the phrase that you gave earlier on, John, if you'd done that, we may not be here today. But as a result, what we have is extremely poor legislation and a very poor process. So there are systems of accountability in place, and the problem we have here now is that the debate is happening at the political level. It doesn't belong there.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged on to miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.